Antony Blinken warns Israeli leaders evicting Palestinians from East Jerusalem could spark war. The U.S. Secretary of State has reportedly warned Israeli leaders that evicting Palestinian families from their homes in East Jerusalem could lead to conflict and war, amid a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Antony Blinken, who visited Jerusalem earlier this week, told American media actions that could spark another round of violence had to be avoided. His comments come after an 11-day war between Israel and Hamas, the Gaza Strip's militant rulers, which left more than 250 people dead. Most of the victims were killed in Gaza, where 66 children died in the explosion of violence earlier this month. 12 people, including 2 children, died in Israel. The war was triggered by weeks of clashes in Jerusalem between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters in and around the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The protests were directed at Israel's policing of the area during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan and the threatened eviction of dozens of Palestinian families from their homes in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood in East Jerusalem. While the forced evictions were put on hold just before the Gaza fighting erupted, the legal process is set to resume in the coming weeks. Mr. Blinken told Axios he offered a warning over the evictions on his recent visit to the region. "We raised the concerns that we have on all sides with actions that in the first instance could spark tension, conflict and war and also ultimately undermine even further the difficult prospects for 2 states," the U.S. Secretary of State told the news outlet. He told Axios he mentioned the evictions of Palestinians from their homes where they lived for decades and generations, the demolitions of housing as well, when meeting with Israeli officials, as well as everything that took place on and around the Temple Mount. Meanwhile, he told the site he spoke about incitement to violence or letting violence go forward with impunity to Palestinian leaders.